you mean? What are you buying? Sorry to see you go.
Then threat level up.
The screwdriver broke.
Get this open.
Threat level normal. Proceed with caution.
Where did you go? I'll be taking this.
Glenn Greenwald's harrowing gospel of Saint Snowden, with a tasty subplot of the author's ascension from doubting Thomas to true believer. The book unfolds with Greenwald's personal encounter in Hong Kong with the Messiah himself, then evolves into a lecture on how the world's surveillance state works based on outdated and, more importantly, illegally obtained documents. The author blames shadowy forces for why his book isn't a bestseller, blind to the real reason. The public is bored of this, Greenwald, and prefer a safe society to the one quislings like you are trying to impose.
Search the area for any additional information relevant to Rohit Rathore. When you find everything you need, go back to the computer.
Pepper spray here. They won't find me. Save her cassette.
Zager here. You know, the more time I spend around the mentor, the more I'm reminded of something the librarian said when I first met him. He was quoting Aristotle, and he said to me, "Youth is easily deceived because it's quick to hope." Well, not just youth. Anyone who's never pet a mean dog is quick to hope. Mireille's one of these types. Naive. Sheltered. She believes in the Overseer's Republic. And see, the problem is, sooner or later, he's gonna turn on her. Sooner or later, he's gonna snap at her. I feel like a sack of lying to Mireille. I want to tell her who I am, you know, who I really am. But she's just not ready to hear the truth, not yet. Better to stay the course. Who gives a rat's Well, a rat for one. You know, I knew when I snuck in here that I'd have to surrender all freedoms and sever any notion of privacy. I'm actually recording this tape from inside a bathroom. Meanwhile, Derringer and his team of bootlicking loyalists are making a sweep of our barracks. See, this rat f***ed up and left his cheese sitting out last night for some of the other Prizrak to nibble on. I'm not usually so careless, but I wrote up my metamorphosis exit strategy for when I have enough evidence to take down Treglazov, and then I left it in the break room. I left it in the break room. I'm so close. I'm so close. I found the smoking gun. I got enough dirt to fill the Grand Canyon, and I was smart enough to keep my name off of all of it. But this rat of yours was just dumb enough to capture the attention of a cat named Derringer. So now I'm in the toilet, planning my next move. It's kind of fitting in a way. Tonight, I reveal my true identity. Tonight, Mireille will hear the gospel according to Zager. I believe I can trust her. That's no easy thing for me to say. I trust others the way a scarecrow trusts a kid with a book of matches, but I'm telling her my plan. There's a boat off this rock, and I'm taking it, along with all the evidence I've collected so far. With any luck, she'll come with me. And one day, I'm sure we'll live unhappily ever after, drunk on a beach in Belize. But first, I've got a job to do. As a wise man once put it, business before pleasure. But both in equal measure. This is Zager, clocking in for one last shift. Hey.
Can't this wait?
You bothered?
Worried.
Let's not start this off on the wrong foot.
You have 2 wrong feet.
Oh, okay. Let's not start this off with audible disdain.
This puts me in jeopardy. I am not to fraternize with Prislac.
I get it. That's why I wanted to talk to you. I'm not a Prizrak.
Really, Daniel, I have to go.
Listen to me. I'm a journalist.
What are you talking about?
I'm a journalist named Daniel Zager. I joined this facility to investigate it, not to follow its lead. I'm not a zealot to any ideology besides the truth.
You're a spy.
Not exactly. I'm an investigative journalist, and I've had Treglazov in the crosshairs for a long time now.
The headmaster.
Bad news.
Prislac!
You may for sake!
Don't touch me!
Hey!
Prislac!
Don't do this!
Title.
God damn it!
Prislac!
If you got nothing to hide, you got nothing to fear. It's the what I don't know can't hurt me of the new century. But you should be afraid. You should be terrified. Because every day, we hug the digital world a little tighter. And we hold that embrace a little longer. Either we're too lazy or we're too unconcerned, so we let our machines manage our public utilities, monitor our cash flows, drive our cars. They're driving our cars. They vote for us. They tell us what to eat and when. And they fight our wars. And they murder. They murder for us. We don't even talk to these machines, but they talk to each other. And that is why you should be afraid. Anything with a chip in it will be online soon enough. And do you know what they say about us behind our backs? Watches, implants, heart monitors in cahoots with a hospital 1,000 miles off? What do they say when they're alone together? Huh? What are they saying? And who do they spill their secrets? Our secrets to? Well, the government, for starters. It's a worldwide whispering campaign, and we can't quiet them. I can't scream loud enough. My voice is shot. I'm out of breath. And they don't even have to breathe. I mean, a lie travels its way around the world while the truth is still putting on its shoes. We can't keep up. Can't keep up. Are you ready for Exhibit B? You think you are? Well, let's take collateral murder, courtesy of the U.S. military. Take technology run amok and weaponize it. Death from above. Drone strikes. Not half a world away. In your own backyard. Where does that leave us? Do we hope at least for benevolent overlords? Ha! When does that ever happen? I mean, I am asking you, when has that, in the history of human civilization, when has that ever happened? We wittingly vote into power those with no desire to cede power. Not ever. Who can we trust to not violate the rule of law when crossing that line doesn't require any effort? Not when there's a machine to take the step for them. You want to run the world? Well, there's an app for that.
found some pepper spray.
That's some poker face you got.
Sir,
I tell you, you've been made a loyalist, and you give me your best impression of a wall.
it is acting experience to credit for that.
Acting?
Yes, sir. In Bollywood.
You famous back in the real world?
No, sir. Very minor roles. But that was a while back.
A stare like that, you're probably pretty good at Texas Hold'em, too.
I do not play poker.
Don't like cards, huh?
I do not play cards because I dislike cards. I do not play cards because I like them too much. If you catch my meaning, sir.
Gambling junkie.
Recovering, sir.
Interesting.
I'll check his pockets. Got it.
Single file, stop crowding me, people. Ronit Rathor. Rohit. That is me. You didn't fill this out right, Rohit. What did I? Check 2 boxes under eye color. But I do have a new form. Fill all of it out. Again. Now look at me. Do you see? Are those prescription lenses? I am not wearing contacts. It is called heterochromia iridum. Look, I don't care. Your form is standard. I'm not going to make it unstandard for you. So, what do? I don't know. Pick a color. Next.
idea. My battery was running low.
Welcome to my domain. What are you buying? That's radio communications. Recharge your battery by siphoning power from other electronic objects. Spot press back through walls. Extend the time you take over Prizrak-controlled cameras. Free email exchanges. Monitor Prizrak patrol routes. Sorry to see you go.
This database holds the criminal records of Rohit Rathore. Again, we'll need more than just a name if we're going to find the right one. Go ahead and search now. That's the one. Poor Rohit. He has such a kind face, too. All right, let's see the damage. Select his criminal record. Pull up Rohit's criminal records, please. Knocking over casinos. Unlikely. Derringer really outdid himself with this one. Okay, let's erase these lies and move on. Erase this Prizrak's bogus charges now. Well done. Now we'll degauss it just like before.
No offense. Close your ears. You can't be trusted to actually update the bug and pass it off in a timely manner. That's can't.
Fair. That's fair.
So,
That's
I mean...
fair. That's fair.
So, I'm trying to find a system where, and if we show him how to attach files to the bugs that already exist, and then reassign them, what is the problem with that? He's not a stupid dude.
We can try it. I mean, I just feel like we're going to sit on a call, and it's just even going to take a huge chunk of our call just to get him ramped up on Jira.
Why do you want to ever go on Jira?
What do you mean?
Okay, how about this? How about this, Darcy?
I don't want him ramped up on Jira. I want him to be able to look at the bug and attach his art asset to the bug and then reassign it to who's actually going to implement it.
Because of asset management?
Yes, and passing it off to who actually implements it in a timely manner, which has been a
problem. I've been doing a good job of giving Kevin. I've been doing a good job of getting Kevin the stuff. I've not done a good job of updating the Jira tasks. So what if I'll make the Jira tasks. We'll put the links in here. I'll go back and make sure that anything that there's a Jira task for that needs one, link it. But then that way everything's there. So if I'm like being a butt and I'm like slacking off on my Jira task, which by the way, starting this week, I like made an initiative to be better at Jira. I swear, I came in like Monday morning. I just opened a bunch of Jira's tasks. I like went through all my stuff. So I am trying to be better.
Yeah, with respect, Darcy, it sounds like you're trying to fix the problem. You're trying to fix a Nate Dogg problem with Yusuke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, log in.
Are they all gonna have the same headers?
Well, they're gonna be different colors.
No, I mean like
different logos.
they're all like all these databases use the same like format template.
Yeah,
same software, man.
Yeah, it's about sharing information and sharing templates.
Right.
Yeah.
They all use the same template on.
Government's really good
when they
about
share,
on
when they share
Squarespace.
the list of terrorists, they share their list of like known templates as well.
Yeah.
It's all with
They all went to the criminal database Squarespace template.
Yeah. I mean, I like that it's so ghetto and amazing, but
that is actually the IB. Like, if you actually go to the actual IB website, it is pretty like
it's an assault on the senses, which is like pretty
Yeah.
cool. But all right, let's just do it. Okay.
That was the last of them. Head to the atrium. more matter that needs our attention. I wanted to wait until Daniel stepped out.
Where is he?
Probably starting a structure fire somewhere. But listen, I need your help. Head back to the office space you just came through. Go to the back of the room and look for a computer near the wall of fingerprint scans. We have one more history to erase.
Another loyalist?
Not exactly.
Who is she?
An old friend who passed away some years back.
If she's dead, why do we have to erase her charges?
Let's look her up. Her eyes were blue. Her date of birth was June 11th, 1982. Nationality was American. Place of birth, Virginia. And that should be enough. Go ahead. Search. That's her.
That's you. That's...
Go ahead and bring up the criminal charges. I know what you're thinking. Go ahead and bring up my criminal record.
Derringer?
Had nothing to do with this. This one's all true. Every word of it.
What do you want us to do?
I'm asking you to erase it. And never mention it to Zager. Daniel. But I suppose that's up to you.
Why did you do it?
I was young. Stupid. Fell for the wrong person. Love is nothing but a regret that travels back in time and catches you when you don't know any better. All things end badly. Or they don't end.
I've done things I'm not proud of, too. I understand.
And I'll understand if you choose not to erase the charges. I understand your hesitation. 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 Thank you. You've given me a second chance when we get out of here. Now, let's leave this and go to Terminus.
So much destruction.
Yes. I'm not sure what the statues did to deserve this. Take the stairs on the side. They'll lead to the elevator to Terminus.
A Zager cassette.
We are and I mean that in the worst way possible. No, there's no meteor heading our way. It's not anything like that, but the advance of information technology heralds the death of privacy for anyone not already at the top. The world continues to spin, and it spins towards authoritarianism. Who are these people that tell us the future is going to be wonderful? Well, let me tell you. They're either black-eyed liars or rosy-cheeked Pollyannas. The future is But wait, Zager! How can that be? By 2025, tablets will fill the void of deadbeat teachers and absentee parents. Kids will drink from the wellspring of all human knowledge, shared freely by all societies everywhere, right? Sure. Till someone decides to delete mention of the 30 million Chinese citizens that died at the hands of the Japanese during a 10-year period in the middle of the last century. Or the 11 million Africans who died as slaves from Baja, Brazil to New York City over the course of 200 years. With print dead. There's no reason these pesky truths will rear their ugly heads again. They'll just patch it out of your digital textbooks and move on. In the year 2035, self-driving cars will mean no more accidents. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing! Nothing. Until you make an unflattering comment about a public official who has the police in their back pocket and they decide to steer your car to the shoulder and shut off your engine and lock the doors for your safety until the men in black can get there to escort you to one of our lovely taxpayer-funded re-education camps. just park us on the railroad tracks and wave goodbye. All of this brings me to Exhibit C. C as in Cincinnatus. As he showed us beyond doubt, the hooks are there, the laws have been ignored, and the gallows have been built around us with the trap door installed right under our feet. You still don't believe me? Sleep on it. But before you have a chance to escape your nightmares, you'll be smothered to death in your sleep by those taking first watch. So rise and shine. It's time to wake the up.
I'll hold on to this.
Goldsmith and Wu are right beyond their knowing. The borderless world envisioned by the Internet's founders is illusory. But another borderless world is possible by expanding one nation's borders. Our house has many mansions, and domain names rightly should fall under our domain.
All right, Andre, you're up.
So looking back over some of my strongest memories from this development cycle on Republic was probably establishing the POI pipeline that we ended up using to create, in my opinion, these wonderful assets. And when I first started looking into it, I think around episode 2, a lot of it was obviously worked on by many different artists, and the quality level was, kind of out there. There's some good ones, there's some bad ones. So part of my process was trying to get some visual consistency. And with the advent of physically based materials, we decided to establish a system where we were rendering out all our POI assets using the same render tools, making sure the lighting was consistent between all of them, and the way we were rendering them was from the same angle. And I was lucky or fortunate enough to be afforded the bandwidth to bring on some young talent that really helped out in that manner, and some of them have since been hired on. So I think that's my best memory from this project. There are many others, but I think the POI stands out to me the most.
Cool, thanks. All right, Fiedler, you're up.
Okay, let's see. Looking back, one of my favorite memories during development would have to be learning that a good portion of our camouflage team here played hacky sack, and that at a designated time each day we would step outside and form a circle and show each other our skills and hack around and blow some steam off and build camaraderie, all that good stuff. And so that would have to be one of my favorite moments of being on the camouflage team.
So does that mean that there's something missing, like there's a big hole in your heart since we moved to the new office? Because we don't really have a space for it anymore.
I would say, yeah, and actually I was just talking to Caitlin about this, and so we're gonna restart it up. Soon it will begin again.
All right, good. All right, Nathan Seitz, you're up.
So for me, the funnest part about working on this game was, as an animator, we kind of tend to be drawn towards story and character development. So this game was definitely something that had a lot of that. It had a lot of characters, a lot of different types of characters, and a strong story, and something that you could really kind of sink your teeth into as an animator. And that part for me was really interesting and enticing.
So, Pete Boss, tell me about your strongest memory looking back.
So, I think my favorite memory of working on the game, its entirety, was probably for me personally working on my own space in episode 3, which is like the control space towards the end. It's like the last gameplay space, and to me that was really cool because it was my first time ever designing a level in a game that wasn't like a student project or something. And I had to deal with, well, first I had, the opportunity to come up with this like concept to pitch it to the team and have them like it and think like, oh, that's, this, find a creative way to integrate it into the story, and then kind of deal with over and over again people like cutting different parts of it and saying like, oh, we don't have the production budget for this, and having to deal with the aggravation of like seeing my baby or whatever like get cut up, which is like really just a part of game development. But getting acclimated to that in a real world setting, and whenever I look at that part of the game, it still makes me feel like it's very special to me because it was something that I saw through from beginning to end, and it's something that is very concrete, which is not true of like a lot of my work here. It's something that I can look at and say like, I did that, and people know exactly what I'm talking about. So I think that's probably the most special part of Republic to me.
You have a curious nature, I see. Explore if you wish, but head to Terminus soon. You have a curious nature, I see. Explore if you wish, but head to Terminus soon.
got my phone. Who do you think? The squeaky mouse you just escorted home. She must have... Take that stupid mask off and talk to me.
All right, calm down. Why would she have your phone?
Because I left it sitting out. While she was in here earlier for her exam results. Her qualifying exam. I left it sitting out, right here.
What numbers are in there?
Besides yours, everyone who's anyone.
Wait. Maybe this is a good thing.
Are you insane?
An act like this could spark a revolution.
An act like this will end in execution. Why are you grinning? You look like the cat who ate the canary.
What can I say? I'm a secret admirer of tenacity. That girl's got it.
What she's got is a hand grenade with the pin pulled out.
Good on her. She hasn't even seen the poison manifestos yet.
What poison manifestos?
The ones I just distributed.
This is Mireille Prudhomme. Cancel the alarm. I will see to the contraband violation. Over.
It begins!
Let me guess. Stroke of midnight?
Stroke of genius.
Je te déteste vraiment.
We can't get through it.
Just you and me, sir.
Roger that. I know who planted the snow globe, and I want to move to arrest immediately. Over.
Copy that. I'll put a party together.
Next, we need the element of surprise. Where you at currently, Gordon?
Commissary. Sir.
Meet me in the male dorm laboratory in 10 minutes.
The bathroom. Why is that, sir?
Because you're gonna yourself when I tell you who a traitor is.
Sir?
Just be there in 10 minutes. Over and out.
So if there's one thing that design could ask for effects, that would be like a P1, could really help us, is one of the things we're finding with playtesters, they don't know, when Zager blows up the hallway that leads to the dorms, players don't know where to go.
Okay.
So we're wondering if we can have like smoke come from there and kind of lead the player to that hole.
So what I specifically mentioned was like something from the side here, so that when people are in this camera, because usually they just look here and there, and they never look to the right.
Yes, that's the problem.
See that.
I've had playtesters go up and down this hallway and not look right.
Wouldn't we need two trails too, though? One that kind of teases it from the other confinement cell?
So the other confinement cell is a problem. But people make their way around, and when they get to this hallway,
they're going to see new
they'll
smoke.
see the smoke coming from that side. The biggest problem is that they come in through this door, and they go, okay, and they go up that way, and they never look to the right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Look at this. Oh, is that the only one? That is the
take it then.
Watch me. What if the girl comes back looking for it? The pre-cal. She's been recalibrated. She won't even notice it's missing.
I don't know about that.
Besides, look around you. This place is falling apart. It's all coming down.
Aside from the random explosions, all's quiet here.
Going in for the steal. Heading to the vent. screwdriver. This should come in handy.
Any Zager sightings? I got nothing.
Did you hang up? Good thinking. I hope they can't see me.
Any Zager sightings? I got nothing. Look out for explosives. Dagger's been busy. Huh?
Oh no. Press rack. And he sees me. It's locked.
Welcome to my domain. What are you buying? Come back anytime.
Good idea. My battery was running low. completely.
What happens on the job should stay on the job. And that includes lapses in conscience. WikiLeaks dabbles in the shame industry. And this is a hagiography of the patron saints. Greenberg doesn't seem to understand that sins are property of the church.
Taking this.
Increase the threat level.
Good thinking. I hope they can't see me here.
Threat level normal. Proceed with caution.
Good idea. My battery was getting low.
No sign of the sympathizers.
ATD? No, You know what this is? It looks like what we would call a снежный шар. It's a snow globe. Yes, that is all. Yes. But it's got me concerned. You know what concerns me about it, Goran? The fact that I found it and not you. Where did you find it? Someone left it outside Marie Prideaux's door. Why would they do that? You tell me, Special Investigator Man. Maybe she has a secret admirer. She definitely has secrets. And there's the matter of the note. I Not snowed in, but one word. Snowden.
That is very strange note.
Do you know who Edward Snowden was?
Was he a prisoner?
He was a traitor. And it's clear we have a traitor of our own here in Metamorphosis.
My goodness.
And somehow Murray is mixed up with them.
Not the mentor.
Find this person, Gorin. Don't make me find him myself.
Recharge here. Pepper spray. I found a cassette.
Welcome to my domain. What are you buying? Leaving so soon?
Zager here. Let's get biblical. I want to talk about the triumvirate. Oh no. Oh no. Not the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. No. I'm talking about the truth, the fear, and the end. How did it come to this? See, once upon a time, they told the truth. But it wasn't scary enough. It wasn't dramatic enough. See, a story needs good guys and bad guys. A story needs hope, and the truth is grim. You know, you probably never thought you'd hear these words from me, but the truth is depressing. It's a rainstorm of facts and figures and statistics that no one wants to sit through. No, not when there's a lean-to of bullshit to hide under until the truth just passes over like a dark cloud. Well, some people care. You hear me? Some people care. Crackpots like me. But for the rest of you, truth is it's a distraction. See, for years, I had it backwards. I thought the sugary spoonful of video game infotainment tastes better than the bitter pill, right? But I was wrong. I realize you can show a person the truth, and even when they understand it, even when they believe you, they'll be pissed. You're in their way. You're screaming at them, waving your arms, but you're blocking the screen. You got some nerve, friend. How did it come to this? Well, I can cite a few prime examples. Exhibit A, Mark Klein. This is the AT&T employee who blew the whistle on room 641A. In a space probably no bigger than the one you're sitting in now, the NSA carried out an unprecedented surveillance operation on our civilian internet. Got some press? Sure. But just barely. Really? It just got in your way. It started waving those gangly, track-marked arms in front of whatever reality show you were into at the time, and that just pissed you off. But instead of being mad at your government for spying on you, you took your wrath out on guys like me. Well, I'm sorry. I am sorry I distracted you from your wind-down time in the lap of the idiot box. It won't happen again, boss. Except that it will. Except that it will.
Don't make me call you.
No sign of Zager yet.
Battery was getting low.
You say so. I need you to translate something for me. Sir? What's that say at the top? It says, hablar con Zegger antes de esta noche. Which means? Talk to Zegger before tonight. That's what I thought it meant. Carry on. Sir, where is that from? The librarian's diary. Professor Octavo? I am sure there is a mistake then. I don't think so. No, I must have misread that. My translation is not good. I think you translated it just fine. Sir? What? He is an old man. Yes, he is. But not a very wise one. You aren't going to hurt him, are you? I don't hurt people. But sometimes people around here hurt themselves. Maybe I don't act quickly enough to stop them, but then my response time isn't something you need to lose any sleep over. I don't. Thanks for your help, amigo. Wreckage everywhere.
They won't find me here.
What is all this nonsense?
Pictures.
Pictures. Looks like you tore your life out of a catalog.
These are my pictures.
They don't belong to you.
Hey, that's my stuff.
Contraband.
Family photos.
We are your family. I am your family. This man here, he is your brother. As is this man. You have no other family besides us now. You have no other friends besides us now. You had a dog, now you got Cooper. Congratulations.
lot of development time to get that actually
I
work.
think if we
Yeah.
can't make stealth action work, then there's no point in, because like that's what this game is.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
if we,
but
if
I
we
mean,
can't
all-
have a climactic stealth action sequence, then there's no point in adding more gameplay.
I mean, I'll be kind of critical of our game here. Like, I think a lot of the stuff that's resonated with players and like got players talking and like kind of made a big impact on players didn't come from like the moment-to-moment stealth action gameplay. It came from like some of these more like scripted things we've done, and like I was saying, like the UI stuff. Like we've kind of always like leaned heavily on like having like these UI experiences. I mean, it's a big reason why we did the Gardener for episode 4 was because we were worried that like the stealth action experience wasn't gonna like
was the same thing.
Wasn't gonna like it was gonna wear too thin by the time we got there.
Yeah, but
so
there's a way for the limited amount of time that we need to think on this. We don't have to think on this over the course of like a 2-hour episode. We can make a guard encounter sort of hide hope from a priz rack just one more time that feels unique.
Yeah, we can put some grenades in here, especially since people will likely use them before they get farther along.
Even if it's just one.
Yeah. Right now, the only way to get the grenades is to kind of go off, or the mines is to go off the path and steal it from Darcy or Caitlin.
Yeah, that was cool, but it's so late in the game,
Yeah.
What do you think, Veggie?
Well, I would say remove one of the pepper sprays.
Let's
and
remove this one. This one's too
swap.
much of a gimme.
Well, it's either this one or it's the confinement room one, right?
My logic is that we remove this one because it's just, you don't have to like work for it at all.
Yeah, you see it when you walk through.
There's one in the confinement cell at the very beginning. You at least have to go get it, and that should be a pepper spray. And then the lockbox and archives should have the sleepy head. Or we can do vice versa.
No, that sounds good. Because so the pepper spray would be something that you have for both paths, which is fine because even if you pepper spray Ted, you still have to deal with them.
Yep.
They won't find me here.
question for you. What's ATD?
Sir?
Don't play dumb. I've heard the men use the term. I just want to confirm that it means what I think it means.
Sorry. It stands for afternoon toilet drinking. Sir, some of the prisoners see they sneak beer into... Well, it's contraband, so they
take the cans to the can.
Yes, sir.
What about you? You drink on patrol?
Never, sir.
Didn't think so. You homesick?
I am home, sir.
That's the spirit, son. Come over here a minute. I got a job for you. This may come as a shock, but not everyone in this place threw a party the day that we bagged Zaker. Much as it pains me to say, some of your fellow Prizrak may harbor some ill will toward the Overseer, and maybe even me, for what we did to him.
You treated that dog better than he deserved, sir.
See, I had a feeling you would understand this, Goran. So you'll keep an ear to the ground for me? Let me know if you hear anything of a seditious nature.
Of course, sir.
Good man.
Sir, what did you think ATD stood for?
Always tell Derringer.
All right, so favorite memories. Nathaniel, do you remember the phone call that you received from me on the morning of April 30th, 2014?
I don't remember the phone call, but I know what day you're talking about very clearly. We had just shipped episode 2, or so we thought we did.
Yeah, so everybody's on vacation. They're getting ready for the party, actually.
Yeah.
It's going to be that night.
Yeah.
And in the morning, the game is supposed to be live, and I remember going to the App Store. I see it's on the App Store. I try to download it, and I'm able to download it. And then I load up the game, and I'm in episode 2. I skip ahead. I'm in my kitchen, just playing it, making this is kind of fun. I can just play it as a fan of the game. And then the Hope call starts, and it's like the ring, 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 and I hit the answer button, and then there's like a loading connecting indicator that never goes away.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, we had it fixed within 24 hours.
Let's say 48.
Yeah, so I remember we came in, we got the build fixed like really quick. It was actually something like really silly. Yep. It was like a URL for the server.
Yes.
Was HTTP.
Yes.
Instead of HTTPS.
That is exactly what it was. I cried that day. All right, Caitlin, you're up.
Looking back, my favorite memory on the development of Republique is probably shipping episode 1. There's something about that moment of seeing our game on the front page of the Apple Store, editor's choice, and we got that 2-week spot in December. That was, it was almost an exhausting high. And I think I've been riding that wave for the rest of the episodes. But yeah, it was so just wonderful. Everyone really came together as a team. It was just a great day in general. It's like, we made it, we did it. We still have 4 more episodes, but we got the first one and people are loving it. Yeah.
That was almost exactly 2 years to this date.
Yeah, it's been an awesome time.
All right, Darcy, you're up.
When I look back on the development of Republic, my favorite memory has to be when we were first shipping on Apple iOS, and we had probably 10 people in the office at 6 o'clock in the morning, where we were literally so excited that we had finished and we were reaching the goal. and you're like, okay, I'm going to push the button. I'm going to push the button to publish it right now. And then just the joy and the feeling of like camaraderie and like friendship that was in that room, knowing that we had gotten to the finish line together.
All right, Benjamin Zari, you're up.
All right. I think looking back, my favorite memory is there's not one particular one that stands out, but rather just like the whole project, getting to know everyone and working, with Ryan Payton, has been an honor. But also just really, really talented group of individuals, and Darcy Morales, who is one of our producers on this project, is incredible, and she is a dynamo. And I've learned so much just under her, and she's been really, really helpful. I think she is absolutely incredible. So probably just working with a great crew has been, the thing that stood out with my mind. These are all people that I wouldn't necessarily just consider coworkers, but I'd like to think, that they, they think of me the same way. But I think of them all as, people I would consider friends as well.
It's hard to say anything positive about this one because it's clear that Julian Assange isn't interested in positivity. Cypherpunks is the anarchist's cookbook for the 21st century, a vademecum for those who justify the airing of political and corporate dirty laundry as a good thing. No, I take my previous statement back. There is one positive thing I can say. The world's secrets are becoming more protected thanks to the leaking of fairly mundane materials from high-tech terrorists like Assange.
Aside from the random explosions, all's quiet.
The spell is gone. They won't find me in here. We can recharge here.
No sign of the sympathizers.
Did I lose you? Taser.
Be on the lookout.
Berserk. I think he sees me.
Stanley, sit down. I'm splitting your 50, Stanley. I don't need your money. It's not mine and it isn't money, dummy. I'm trying to keep you at the table.
Oh, okay. In that case, what are you doing? Raising.
No.
Damn it, Stanley. Oh, I could win with this hand.
You already played it, and you lost. Sit down. Listen up. The Jack just made me special investigator. He's trying to weed out anyone sympathetic to our Jocko.
And he chose you? The Jack drew the wrong card for the wrong game.
I didn't have the heart to tell you. Now, let's talk about the right game, shall we? To take it all, we need the queen.
I thought the Joker said the queen's on our side. It's too early to tell if we can even trust the Joker. I'm not about to assume we have his queen, too.
We need the queen to beat the Jack.
We'll get the Jack to beat the king.
Play the Jack against the King of Diamonds, you'll lose that hand.
The King of Diamonds is a one-eyed king.
And the Jack is a royal jackass. Trust me, Stanley. You play that way, you're gonna lose.
You got a better idea?
The Joker does.
The Joker's wild.
Stanley, shut up. What's his idea? Jack and Queen cancel each other out?
No. No face cards at all. Think about it.
You really want to trust the outcome of this game to the pips?
That three of ours may not be worth much on her own, but there's a lot of them in this deck.
I don't know. They got plenty reason to hate us.
They got more reason to hate the king.
The one-eyed king.
Shut up, both of you. Here comes Fisher. Scumbag.
That's odd. I
thought he had his lips surgically attached to the king's ass. Hey, Fisher, what's the good word, brother? Nada. What are you guys playing? Blackjack.
I fooled. My shift just started.
Yeah, I got but the roll.
Yeah, I got time.
Something. What about your chips? Guys?
In The Net Delusion, Evgeny Morozov comes out swinging against cyber utopians who preach drop tweets, not bombs, and Twitter trumps torture, while I applaud with Morozov's warnings of the dangers of the internet. I'm appalled by his lack of execution. Half of his arguments are clouded by caveats and quantified poppycock, making our cause feel like nothing more than an intellectual balance-keeping experiment, rather than an ironclad guilty verdict for the web. We deserve better than this, librarian. In fact, call Mr. Morozov and tell him we'll gladly ghostwrite the sequel for free.
Alright, Kevin, you're up, dude.
Alright, looking back at the development of Republic, I would say that my most memorable memory was doing the GDC talk at 2015, yes. The talk was about kind of our experience upgrading to Unity 5. So when I first got here, we were using Unity 4, and I think we even started out using earlier engines before that.
Yeah, Unity 3, I think.
Yep. But when I was here, we were using 4, and then we switched to 5 for the PC version of the game because we wanted to, add in all the new physically based shaders and all that stuff to make that version really special. So, of course, upgrading your engine midway through is really risky, and a lot of things broke. So I feel like that was probably the time where I think that I started to sort of develop like some sort of like specialty with fixing like a lot of the graphics issues. So I think that was like a really good like learning experience for me, and a point where I really started to develop as a programmer a lot at that point. And I think the culmination of that was just sort of represented by when Unity asked us to send somebody to talk at GDC, and you guys picked me. So then I gave them my little talk about the various things that I did. So I thought that was a really cool thing to be able to like share with other people, other developers, like some of the problems that we ran into and how we fixed them. So yeah, hopefully one day I'll be able to do that again.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to do something worthy of that again, right?
Well, ship in this game, maybe.
Yeah.
Looking back, my strongest, favorite, most memory is probably finally figuring out Unity's post-effect process and pipeline. Because since they don't have a node-based editor, we're using ShaderForge, so I've been making everything through that. And I was grabbing scene color and using the nodes that give you access to the buffers through that way, through the shader system. But Unity actually doing that is more expensive, so then talking to Kevin, he explained to me you can use, basically you grab texture calls or texture reads and just rename them main text. And that's the same thing as grabbing the whole main frame buffer. So if you use those, you have access to do what you would normally do through scene color, and it's cheaper, so it will run on mobile. So that was like the big aha moment for me, and then that's when I really started being able to do what I wanted to do in post. So that was my big, like, yes, breakthrough. It's only one shader, but that shader is being used a lot, and I put in enough variables in there that could be used to make it do a lot of different things. And then he came up with like a sequencer, basically, through code that would swap out different, it's the same shader, but different parameters for that shader, so that it looked like it was multiple effects. But
dude, that's killer.
So looking back on the entire production cycle of Republic, I'd say the most memorable moment for me was the transition to physics-based content. Just the amount of flexibility and the richness that added to the game was by far the most exciting time during our production cycle.
And also the scariest, probably.
And probably the scariest, absolutely. I mean, with great power comes great responsibility, and luckily enough, we had enough time to do the necessary planning to be able to create a solid pipeline to manage all this new content.
So I would like to say my favorite part of development, the Republic part, is the joining the PAX show. That was really great. I was being part of on the site and introducing the audience or fans to what this Republic game is. So it was very first time to, like, as a team, I was very happy to talk about Republic to the audience.
Looking back at the development of Republic over the last couple of years I've been involved, honestly, this might sound a little silly, but my favorite moment was working the PAX booth in 2015, because after a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, seeing the game go through its ups and downs, and then see our customers really getting into it and saying, hey, come check this out, and being really animated, talking to us, talking about how they followed the process for a long time. And it was really a mark of pride for me to see that. It's kind of disconnected to be working in an office, but when you see someone else playing your game and you're cringing, they're going to think it's bad, and they tell you they love it, it's about the best feeling I've had.
Anyone spots a sympathizer, I'll buy him around.
No sign of the sympathizer. Look out for explosives. So you stay busy.
P0 at the ready.
everywhere. Keep an eye out for Zager party members.
Is Rack leaving?
Not yet. I'm about to inform them now. Loyalists protecting Terminus. This is Mireille Prideaux. Lay down your guns and leave. You have been cleared of all illegality. Your false charges have been erased. You have my word on this. Do not sacrifice your lives for something you don't believe in. Do not die in the service of a madman. You are no longer under the blunt thumb of Derringer. You are no longer the subjugated of Metamorphosis. You are free men. Our plan is working. It looks like the Loyalists are standing down.